Okay, guys. So I thought I had everything sealed pretty well. But evidently these can only absorb so much water. Because it started raining about 7:30 last night, which was fine. By the way, I just saw like a herd of like 4 or 5 moose like right next to my site. It was crazy. But it started raining at like 7:30 last night, and you know, I'm sitting in my truck. I'm like, whatever, no leaking. It proceeded to rain. At the time, it said on the radar it's only supposed to rain for like 2 hours. Proceeded to rain all night. So I woke up and, you know, there's the occasional wet spot like in these corners underneath the windows. But those aren't a big deal. But water had started leaking from here again because this seal had just about all it could have. And so my bed here at the foot is a little wet. So I drove to Boulder. I drove probably about 20 minutes outside of that to Dick's Sporting Goods, and got me a little tarp here, which I thought was really smart on my behalf. And then for the windows, I got a giant tarp. And my drive back up here was a little interesting, a little muddy for sure. So now I have my windows covered completely, and I can now sit here, still cook, and let this dry out, obviously. Let that dry out, get a nice breeze going. I can actually clean up in here. There's shit everywhere. And then, yeah, I can actually confirm to be dry tonight. So, yeah, not tomorrow, but day after that, early in the morning, I'll start heading towards Denver Airport. Cool. Okay, so update. Wow, why does it actually look sunny out there? It is not. It is coming down. Got the heater going. I didn't really think it was that cold, to be honest with you, but I realized I could see my breath. Which, if I could see my breath, you know, I mean, it said it was 45 degrees in Boulder, and I'm about 2,500 feet higher up than that. So what's the rule? 2 degrees every 1,000 feet? So yeah, that would, I don't know, that would make it like 30, I don't know, 41, 2 degrees every 1,000 feet, whatever. It's cold. So I got the heater going. I'm trying to dry out my thermometer here, because some of the water had dripped down. So that's not fun, but gotten a thermometer. But honestly, it's kind of peaceful now. See, yeah. Now that the crisis is averted, it's kind of peaceful. Nobody's out here, probably for good reason, but all my stuff is out here, so, you know, more the merrier. Or more for me, I guess I should say. Cool. Boys, it is 9:37 at night. I'm getting off this road. I've been staying here for the last week. I even met a girl that was camped next to me. She was a personal chef. And so that was dope. I would go into town, get the food. She'd cook it, I'd make the fire. It was a good time. I ate really well, that's for sure. But today is Tuesday, almost Wednesday, and this place cleared out, obviously. I think I got here on Wednesday or Thursday of last week. It's been raining all day, you know, got my setup, whatever. Very peaceful. Right as I was laying down to go to sleep, somebody was outside my truck. God. Somebody was outside my truck. I could hear them. They bonked something on the they bonked something on my canopy there, because it was loud enough. You know, I'm sitting around with moose and turkey and all that. I know what a person sounds like. There was a person outside my truck. I had that tarp strapped down to the bed of my to my camper with bungee cords. Somebody pulled it off, and so I let them know that I was armed, and then I called the cops. Thank God I was in a spot that had service. I called the cops, and they're like, yeah, a deputy will reach out to you shortly. Okay, well, there's somebody outside my truck, and they're my stuff. And so I waited with my self-defense mechanisms trained on the door for an hour. Nobody ever even called me back. So finally, hold on, I'm trying to get up this hill. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't know if it's because of the weather or if somebody was trying to get into the cab of my truck too, but keep saying the rear right. Hold on, I see headlights. Here, let me stop recording. I don't know what's coming up here. See, this is what I'm talking about. I was coming down I'm now on the dirt road, which is the main road. It's a lot easier to drive on. I saw headlights, or not headlights, I saw lights. I don't know if it's from a headlamp or what. When I was coming over the hill, I came down the hill, lights were off. Yeah, I don't like that. Somebody's out there. But anyway, yeah, I called the cops. I waited an hour, heard nothing back, nobody showed up. So then I waited. You know, I started getting everything that was important in my pockets, on my feet, whatever. And then I got out in the pitch black and cleared the area around my truck, which was scary as hell. I saw the tarp on the floor. Thank God I have those covers on the inside of my truck so nobody could see into my camper. But needless to say, within the first 10 minutes of me getting off the phone with the cops, I booked a hotel. So I'm getting the hell out of there. I will go back tomorrow and get all my shit packed up where it's the daytime and I can see. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no. Screw that.
The mirage of Del Rio, it was burning in his eyes, and sleep had escaped him, too consumed by his pride. Like the lonesome and high country, he was lost in a haze, and the thoughts of what he'd do if he unloaded all his...
All right. What's up, guys? Just got back from Dallas. I landed at the Denver airport, got back to my truck, got up out of there. It was a cool $140 for parking for 4 days, but I'd rather pay that and have peace of mind than, you know, park way out in the sticks with everything I own virtually in the bed of my truck. Speaking of, I will show you guys once I get to the hotel, but I booked a hotel in Cheyenne, Wyoming, so that's pretty cool. We'll be crossing the border. Exciting stuff. I'll show you the back of my truck later, but it is 3:30 in the afternoon here, and I am in no position to go camp in the woods. It doesn't really make sense for me to drive all the way back up into Boulder over by Netherland and do that National Forest. It doesn't make sense for me to do that and then drive to Wyoming tomorrow when I could easily drive from Denver to Wyoming on the interstate, and it's a lot faster and easier on my truck, to be honest with you. That being said, I have, after my last incident, you 2 bundles of firewood that back there that I found that somebody left. They didn't end up using, so that was kind of dope. But yeah, once I get over there and I can pop the back open, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. But it's exciting. We're back on the road. We're back on the road. It was great to see the family. Spend time with them. So onward. Let's do it.
Humberto, that's doing me.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the big reveal. Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee! Oh, God. Oh, man. We got some work to do, folks. We got some work to do. I'm gonna finish charging up my battery. It's at like 92%, but why not just finish the job? I'm gonna be driving anyway. So here's what I think my plan is. First of all, I'm gonna get any trash and stuff I don't need out of my truck. And then I'm going to go into Cheyenne, explore a little bit, and then, so from Cheyenne through Laramie to Jackson it says it's 6.5 hours. I don't want to do all that in one day at all. I want to take the time to explore Cheyenne, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to explore Cheyenne, get some gas, get some drinks. Drinks to drink, I mean, other than water. Not alcoholic. Doesn't do anything for me anymore. And then up by Rock Spring, I say up by, west over to Rock Springs is a really beautiful campground, I think, that I saw. I have it saved in the coordinates and everything. So it's about 3 hours away. So right now it is 9:40. I'm thinking I go explore Cheyenne, get gas, do whatever, and then I'll do the 3-hour drive over to Rock Springs, get set up for the night, and then from there, then we'll go into Jackson. Yeah.
The man from Waco, the city was almost silent as he passed the humming signs on the corner. He heard laughter, made him afraid of what he'd find. He pushed through the door, hypnotized by a sound. Just then, tears overcame him, and his heart began to drown. The man from Waco. There that he shot her while the lovers were embraced with the bullet he intended for the man who took his place. He cried through the night as he made his escape, but the rain that was falling could not wash away his shame. The man from Wake.
What's up, guys? So Cheyenne was beautiful, actually. Naturally, it's I think it's the biggest town in the state of Wyoming. The population 65,000. Not too much to look at in the sense of number of things to do, right? It's not a thousand different things to do, but all of the things that were there were beautiful. The train museum. I didn't do Frontier Days. I didn't. But the train museum, the trolley, the state capitol. That's pretty cool. Only other state capitol I've ever seen is in Austin, Texas. Let's see. And then I went to the Wyoming Supreme Court. That was pretty cool. So now, cool thing too. When I was sitting there playing piano the whole trip since I've left, every place I've been to, I've looked for a public piano. There's a website that you can look for public pianos on. Haven't found a one in all the places that I've gone. There was one in the train depot, so I played it, and there were a couple people watching me, and I don't normally play in public, so it kind of get a little nervous. But this girl came up to me right as I was getting done playing. She was like, "Hey, you're really good." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And she was like, "I'm actually a recording artist around here, and we're in need of sometimes we're in the need for somebody who can play keyboard." I said, I'm traveling the country right now. I'm not from here. She's like, "Well, are you in a band?" I was like, "No." I was like, "I don't even know how to read sheet music." And she's like, "Oh, that's okay." And she was like, "Do you play for money?" And I was like, "No." "You just play for fun, huh?" I was like, "Yeah." But that was a super cool compliment. That made me feel good. So now we are heading towards Laramie. Man, they call these the Great Plains. It's no joke. So when I looked before I started recording this, I think it said it was 4.5 hours to our camping spot. It should be really good. It's right on a lake, and across the lake, supposedly you can see the Wind River mountain range. So we're gonna drive through Laramie, get to Rock Springs, and then it's just north of Rock Springs. So that should be exciting. In any case, we're gonna get moving. Cool.
On the banks of the Brazos, where the desert willow grows, the clear, shallow water just won't say all it knows. A moment of burning anger can curse the living through the days. You can let that river take you, but you will never get away. The man from Waco,
We are so back, dude. Truck is just about ready. Just the stuff that fell down, I gotta get put up. My lantern and my shower bucket. And then the towels, I just need to roll them and put them underneath the thing. But when I pulled into the campsite, all the antelope were over here. There's nobody here. I mean, goodness gracious. There's nobody here. I mean, there's one camper on the other side of the lake, one more camper on that side of the lake. But I mean, I'm the only person out here. And then, just as it so happened, the exact camping spot I pull up to, somebody left more firewood. So, this is sick. So here's my plan right now. I'm gonna get the truck ready, get ready for bed, whatever. Crawl up in there. I got fresh, clean sheets, hallelujah. And I got good service too. There's a tower right behind me, which is nice. The Wind River Range, right there. And so what I want to do is, so number one, when I got back from Dallas, when I landed at Denver and I decided to go to Cheyenne, you know, I kind of had a feeling, like, I kind of thought to myself that, well, I would, you know, maybe like, oh, well, back to being alone after spending time with my family. But I feel really good. I feel really really excited, really happy, and very, very calm. Very just ready to enjoy things and take everything in. And I was trying to, you know, the videos of me driving through the Great Plains, for you guys, it's only, you know, a couple seconds, a minute, maybe. But for me, you know, that's 4 hours, and I had a lot of time to think, and I know why it is. It's because my entire trip up until this point, or up until I got back from the airport, I guess, has been predicated on having in the back of my mind, like, okay, I need to be in Denver by this time so that I can get that flight back. You know, so my stops were relatively limited. And then once I did make it to Denver, you know, quicker than I thought, it became, okay, well, I got to stick around Denver until this time. So there's kind of a timetable. None of that now. It's a very free feeling. I can spend as long or as short as I want. Anywhere. Within reason. Me being the only person out here, I can't stress to you guys how beautiful this is. You know, I'm debating. I was going to go to Jackson tomorrow and then do Grand Teton the day after that. And that'll take probably 2-3 days to do all of it. And then do Yellowstone after that, which would be another 2 or 3 days. I'm the only person out here. Somebody left firewood. There's toilets, by the way. My threshold for where I can go to the bathroom just keeps going down after spending a week over there in the mountains by Boulder. There were no bathrooms out there. I made good use of the shovel. There's covered picnic benches. There's a fire pit. There's a trash can. And to top it all off, it's completely free. This is one of the most beautiful camping spots I've been in, and it's free. So I may stay here tomorrow too and just enjoy where I'm at. I have all the food I need, all the water I need. So, but anyway, what I want to do is once I crawl up in the truck, you know, get ready for bed. As of this moment, the last video that I posted was Black Canyon of the Gunnison, and that was about a week ago. So I kind of just want to grind out editing up all these videos so then I can post more for you guys. So I think that's what I'm going to do. just enjoy I mean, the clouds are so close. You know, in Texas, they look like a million miles up, but with the elevation, they skip miles. Gorgeous. Okay. I think that covers it for tonight. Cool. See y'all tomorrow.